there about Panerai replicas and other replica watches, Rolexes, and the content creators who buy those Rolexes and Panerai replicas. They say they buy it and then they destroy it, or they buy it just for the channel content. I can't really say that that's why I bought this watch, and really I didn't buy it. I guess I traded the last of my Rolex homage watches for this particular Panerai. So no more Rolex homage watches. I went off the deep end this time and picked up the Panerai replica. I've wanted a Panerai for as long as I can remember. The first time I ever saw a Panerai, it was in an airport in Hong Kong. Pretty sure it was Hong Kong. Either way, saw it in the case there, and that was it. I was hooked. The Panerai styles are tremendous. Man, my phone doesn't like me here right now. And so, I couldn't help it. So I did a trade with a guy, and we traded my Steinhardt OVM2 for this Panerai. So here it is. Let's see. So it's completely a replica of a Panerai. I think the reference is, see on the back here, it's an OP6834. So it's like a Panerai base, Panerai Luminor base. It doesn't want to focus. Let's see. Trying to get the camera to focus on it, but all I want to do is focus on my face. Panerai Luminor base, I think like a PAM 0000, maybe that's what it's called. And so, yeah, it came with a couple of leather straps. One of them crapped out pretty quickly. The dude who owned it before me had owned it for a while. So right now there's a black leather strap that fits it. And I picked up this rubber strap for it. So much respect to those people who can own, are in the financial situation where they can purchase a real Panerai. It's a bit of a social experiment, I think, is where I should lead in to this. It's a bit of a social experiment for me. I've got this watch. I've wanted a Panerai forever. I might have about $300 or $400 saved up for the next watch purchase, and so it's going to be a long time saving up for a Panerai. So an opportunity to trade that Steinhardt for this Panerai. I took it. I jumped on it. So for the channels out there, the self-righteous, holier-than-thou channels, where they say they take the watch and they destroy it, or they take the watch and they chuck it in the garbage, or whatever they do with it if they keep it. I'm wearing it, and I'm wearing it a lot. So, as a polite guy, I feel a little bashful saying that I'm wearing it. But I'm wearing it, and I'm freaking loving it. So I guess I should start saving up for a real Panerai. I've seen a lot of homage watches now, and some of them are basically deep fakes of the real thing. Between Heimdallr and Steel Dive and Parnas and Pagani. I mean, really? And even the Steinhardt and the Jeannot, they were, basically rubbing their noses in, hey, it's not a replica, it's a homage. So a homage watch to the real deal without just putting Rolex or something on it. So let's not kid ourselves. They are the real deal. They are as much a replica as you can imagine without it actually saying, the brand that it's homaging or it's being a homage to. So Parnas, to all the people wearing Parnas, rock it, enjoy it. No shame in it. I'm wearing a replica. Going on about 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I think it is. In my day-to-day, just like every other watch I wear, no one gives a shit. No one cares. No one looks at my watches and no one looks at the watches and says, hey, that's a really nice watch, or hey, that's a really nice Seiko, that's a pretty cool Seiko. Or I get more comments on a Fossil Nate, which is a big old 48mm monster PVD coated black thing. That's the watch I get the most comments on. Not the Seiko, not even the Jeanneau when I owned it. So it's really, I'm only wearing a watch or purchasing a watch of a Seiko or a Jeanneau or a Magretti. I'm only purchasing these watches. Is it because of what I see on channels like my own here now? Because I'm told by other influencers these are amazing watches, and then your consumerism or your materialism kicks in and you purchase that watch. So seriously, much respect to anybody who can financially afford the real Panerai, the real Rolex, as much as I don't like Rolex. The idea is that I'm not supporting, for the record, I'm not supporting that you go and buy replica watches. I'm not supporting that you steal money from the pockets of honorable business owners. But it's definitely a social experiment. We'll see where my YouTube channel goes. 614 subscribers as of today, and we'll see where that goes. If it tanks, if I get a strike against me, again, I'm not telling you to go and buy a replica watch. I'm not telling you to go and do those things. I'm just a guy who's really into watches, and I've always been curious what it feels like to wear a replica, and if it's me who has the bigger problem wearing it, because I know it's fake, it's not a real deal. So this is a little bit of a chronicle, a diary, a vlog, really, yeah, a vlog of where it goes while I wear this Panerai. We'll see where it goes. If the community backlash, if there's any sort of I'm ostracized from the YouTube watch video community. There's a lot of heavy homage watches out there, people. So don't blur the lines. I'm not telling you to buy any watch. If you were in the market for a watch and you want to know a little bit more about a watch, I've got videos of certain micro brands or certain mainstream brands on my channel, and I try to give some details around what those watches are like. The social experiment continues with the Panerai, not only for myself and how I feel, but other watch companies who've lent watches into me. We'll see where this goes, because now, if they feel that somehow my actions are associated with the videos I made of their watches. So I'm really curious. I'm really curious between my own feelings about what it's like to wear a replica watch, knowing full well that it's a fake of a legitimate brand. The social experiment of other people who own Panerai, real Panerai watches, much respect, okay, legit. respect to those people who own a real Panerai and who've worked very hard to get to a place in their professional or personal life where they can afford to buy one. I'm not taking away anything from that. And then I guess the third is just the general aura around owning a replica watch or purchasing a replica watch, and how people feel about that within the watch community. I know it's a very polarizing topic. So other than me taking this Panerai and comparing it to a real Panerai for the purpose of channel content, I haven't done that. I don't have a real Panerai. I don't have access to a real Panerai. So this is just me with a completely fake replica Panerai. And seeing the social repercussion, the personal repercussion, how do I feel about wearing it, and the channel repercussion, whether it's from YouTube. People thinking that, my channel deserves a strike because I have a replica. This is education, right? I mean, this is not a business channel. This is an education. From different different other watch channels that claim to be having the watch in for your benefit and your education about how to spot a fake. I'm not going to help you spot a fake. Already. I can say all day I don't condone you buying a fake, but if you already want to buy a fake, it's not going to me telling you not to do it, it's not going to stop you. So the holier than thou self-righteous response of the Social Justice League, who may or may not have strikes against my channel, we'll see. It's not monetized. I don't care. So wearing the watch, overall, I can understand why somebody, let's get into talking about Panerai for a second. I can totally understand why someone would enjoy wearing a Panerai watch. I know that the 40 mil and smaller don't work for me. I've had a year now of some 40 mil watches, and I've not enjoyed wearing them. I find that they're too small when I look at them on my wrist. That doesn't happen with this watch, and I'm not exactly a small fella. I float around 6'1", 6'2", and my physical stature is I'm a big boy. So I like having a watch that has a bit of wrist presence, and I'll do a bit of video here now of it on wrist. So this watch is you have hand wind, manual movement. I'm not even sure what movement is in it. I've not been able to take the case back off. It is a one-for-one, pretty much one-for-one copy of a Panerai Luminor base, reference OP6834. So let's do a little footage of the watch on wrist. Alright, before I put it on wrist, here it is up close with some decent lighting and focus. So it is a extremely well made replica, is my understanding of it. Let's turn it on its side so you can see the sort of trademarked, extremely popular crown guard, very distinguishing. So the crown guard on it has a roller within it. It's not just the lever with a foot pinching the crown. It's got the little roller in it, which some other watch brands, homage brands, don't do. So let's just put the watch right here, and we'll open up the crown for you. And so the action underneath, I've been wearing it, like I said, there's the roller. Oops, sorry. So there's that roller Oops, my finger's going to get in the way. Yeah. And that works very well. Watch has been very comfortable on wrist. Does have a few scratches already because I've worn it so much. Let's open this up a bit. And so, manual wind. Yeah, so there it is, and this rubber strap has been my favorite so far because when I wear a watch, I don't want to have to take it off for any reason. If that's washing my hands, if that's working, if that's getting into the shower, whatever, I don't want to take the watch off. I don't want to put it down. I'm a bit of a Neanderthal, I guess. I don't have much etiquette. Wear the watch all day, all night. I wear it to bed. Some people, oh no, take your watch off at night and put it on your nightstand. Whatever. So there's the back. It's obviously someone else's serial number. I don't know. I've heard lots about. I've watched a bunch of videos. I mean, I could share a bunch of links about. Here's a fake, and nobody ever talks about. This is someone else's serial number. This is a serial number from pretty much someone else's watch. You know, I don't know. I don't know how to take it. Here it is. I traded the watch. This is what I've got. You know, nobody mouthed off. So Newfoundland. So here it is. No one mouthed off about the fact that I had a Steinhardt. Oh, Steinhardt! It's a rip-off of a Rolex, vintage Rolex 5517. Blah blah blah. No one cared. No one said anything. I suspect this video is going to be quite the opposite. But then again, I get very few comments anyways, because my watch's channel is so freaking small, no one cares. We'll see how much they care after this. I suspect I'm going to get a couple of smacks on the wrist for this one. Pun, slap on the wrist, right? Here we go. So here it is on wrist. Here you go. So I've got a 7.5 inch wrist, not exactly a small fella. Unlike my buddy Alton over there, he's got a even larger wrist. 8-inch wrist. That's a set of beefy arms there, Junior. So here it is, and I freaking love it. So like I said, I love the watch. I love the Panerai. I always loved it. This weekend, I believe Sylvester Stallone is on a Phillips auction selling the first Panerai he ever owned. So go check that out. There's some videos of him being interviewed about the watch. In typical Sylvester fashion, he tells a good tale, good story. So I love Panerai watches. One day I will own a real Panerai. It's my #1 grail. Right now, probably the only grail. So I've still got a couple of watches for sale. Might add $300-400 more to the little kitty, the little watch bank of waiting one day. So like $4,000 to $5,000 range for a Panerai Luminor right now in stainless steel. So it'll be a while yet before I'm able to afford to buy one. I'll let you know how it's going with this one over the next 3 to 4 weeks. Christmas is coming, New Year's. I'm going to be busy. I'm not going to be doing videos. I'm really not doing anything on my Instagram channel. I'm just too busy. This right now, this 20 minutes to video this, take this video is 20 minutes. I can't afford. So I don't know. I'm supposed to be putting up Christmas lights and making some Christmas presents for my beautiful wife. So I gotta get back at it and stop talking about watches. Be socially responsible out there, people. My channel is just a channel talking about watches and what I'm doing with watches. So this is just a vlog. before you send in a little, um, before you run off to the YouTube admins and so on, moderators to shit on my little channel, just think about it. That's all. Just a conversation about watches. If I was talking about $20,000-$30,000 Bulgari movements and Bulgari watches and Rolexes, nobody would care. They would love it, and 99% of us can't afford it. I'm talking about something that I think the average fella has done at some point. We've all owned, if you're in the watch community for either length of time, there's probably a chance you've had a replica at some point. I've had a Breitling replica before this that lasted like 6 months. That was probably 12, 13 years ago. I know 3 or 4 guys with replica Rolexes. They bought it on vacation in different questionable parts of the planet, which we're not getting to see right now. So this has been a really long video, but I'm not telling people. I'm waiting for that one person to ask, "Oh, is that a Panerai?" And I'm going to tell them, "No, it's a replica." I don't mind saying it's a replica. So, any questions? Check out my Instagram. Ask my questions there, or ask in the comments below. Before you go trashing me or the channel to YouTube, trying to get my channel pulled, just stop and think about it for a little bit. I think my voice is a little bit of a opposite voice of everyone else telling you, "Oh, look at these Rolexes," or "Look at these high-end watches," that the average person can't afford. What the average person can't afford is one Timex or one Fossil watch from your Macy's, Walmart, Amazon. Your $150, $200 Seiko. That's what the average person can afford. You're in the top 1% if you've got a 5-figure watch on your wrist. Okay, so enjoy your 5-figure watch, and don't turn up your nose at the rest of the watch community. This has been way too long of a video. You can probably tell I'm a little bit too passionate about this conversation. So I'm gonna go.